I've got a good video for you today. If you give me 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to explain to you why you should not run Facebook ads for e-commerce businesses. Before we begin, let's set the scene. Working with e-commerce businesses can be amazing. And if you offer Facebook ads or paid advertising to e-com businesses, you can have a lot of success with SMMA. The e-commerce niche is pretty scalable. As a service provider, you have very high profit margins when you're running ads for these types of businesses. 3, you can scale your agency incredibly fast because you can charge higher retainers, and you can add in bonus schemes so that if your client is getting good results, that you get a return on the money that they're spending. And 4 is that usually e-commerce businesses, if you're doing a good job and you've got a good service, will stay with you a very long time, which means that your agency is going to have very high retention rates. But it is not all rosy in the Facebook ads for e-com businesses scene. 1, the people you're dealing with are usually pretty tech savvy. These are people that have set up an e-commerce business. There's a lot that goes into that. That involves building websites, managing supply chains, and a whole bunch of other things in your business, which, to be honest, kind of puts them at the pinnacle of business owner that you're going to deal with. Most of them are going to be very tech and marketing aware, which means that it's usually harder to sell to these types of people. If you have years of experience and you've got amazing case studies, okay, not going to be too difficult. If you're starting out from scratch and you're trying to pitch these e-com businesses that are already making $10,000 a month, you're going to need to know a lot to be able to sell them. And for them to get to $10,000 per month with their e-com business, where the profit margin might only be 20%, they're actually not making that much money, yet to get to $10,000 per month takes a whole lot of effort. It's also an industry that is very, very saturated right now. Almost 90% of agency owners are offering Facebook ads for e-com businesses. And to be honest, it's just incredibly tough to get into. Like I said, if you're starting off from scratch and you want to run Facebook ads for these businesses, it's going to be real tough. I'll walk you through an example, right? Let's say you find an e-commerce business. They're not actually doing very well. They're making 1 to 2K per month in revenue in their business. What we can assume is that maybe 20 to 30% of that is profit. If it's 30%, they're making anywhere from $300 to $600 per month profit. That's obviously not that much money, and if you're coming in demanding a retainer for, let's say, 1 or 2K per month, they'll have to use all of their profits, and they'll obviously have to dip into their bank account. And that issue right there of their profit margins being quite low can strike quite an issue in the long run. And so although the fact that yes, it's very scalable, you as an agency can have high profit margins and that you can scale very fast, if you're starting off SMMA as a beginner, it's not an industry I would be jumping into. Can it work? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Do people in my mentorship program start with this industry and with Facebook ads and get results? Yes, they do. But I'm just giving you my honest advice of what I'm seeing in the marketplace right now so that you can sign clients quicker and be differentiated, which means that you're going to have a better proposition and something unique that you can pitch to clients. So I've got a few pieces of advice for you, right? First off, it's be different and be unique. Again, if 90% of people are offering the same service to the same type of business, do the opposite. There is going to come a point where people realize this and everybody starts to transition from Facebook ads for e-com businesses to a different niche and maybe even to a different service. So why not just move before everybody else catches onto this? Because that little subset of the industry is getting saturated quickly. And when I say be different and be unique, of course we want to look at having a unique industry, a unique niche, and with that a unique service as well. And the beauty of this is that you can have a very boring service. For example, in my agency right now, we create a lot of content for our clients. Images, videos, and that's pretty much it, right? It's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing new. Content creation has been around for years, but when businesses see what we're doing and we reach out to them, they see that we're unique. We're not doing what every other agency is doing. We've got a unique type of content that works really, really well with the exact type of clients that we work with. That allows us to sign more clients, it allows us to get more referrals because we're unique and our clients love the fact that we're unique, and it's a lot easier to start. Right, to start a content creation agency, in my case, we didn't have to have spent $500,000 on Facebook ads to get started. We could start just with a graphic designer who could make some stuff that looks cool and go from there. Now in my agency right now, we do work with some e-commerce businesses. We work with e-commerce businesses and we work with some online coaches. Those two types of clients are quite different. Our online coaches have 90% profit margins The e-commerce businesses, again, have maybe 20 to 30% profit margins. So the long term for my agency is probably going to be focused more on the coaches. They have more profit margins, which means that if we just get them a couple of clients per month, they're going to be delighted. Whereas with an e-commerce business, we have to get them that consistent stream of customers that are going to pay them $20, $30, or $40, and they're only going to make a very, very small amount of profit on that. So I do feel like e-commerce businesses, yes, you can work with them, you can get good results, and we get good results with our clients, but in the long term, and different types of business models are going to be more prominent. Online coaching, consulting, high-ticket services. These areas right here, those are going to be around for the next few years. They're very profitable, they've got high profit margins, and with that it can be slightly easier to get results. Now, one interesting thing I found in my agency is that e-commerce businesses are easier to sign with us, right? Because we're offering something unique to them. They're hearing about Facebook ads 7 days a week, and then we come in with this new, unique perspective. They're more likely to sign up with us. On the flip side, the coaches we work with, much harder to sign. So if you don't know much about coaching and what it's like to be an online coach, I would not always start there because it can be tougher to get their trust and to actually sign them up. On the flip side, they stay a lot longer with us. So long term, they're probably going to be with us the longest and make us the most money. So guys, the industry secret is this. It's that the industry is very heavily focused on running ads for e-commerce businesses. Now, you may have picked up on this. You may have seen pretty much every other agency owner do this exact thing and offer this exact same service. And the reason that's a problem is because when everybody is doing the exact same thing, you should probably look at doing the opposite. When your friend who has no idea about investing starts buying crypto, or your mom mentions Bitcoin, it's usually a sign to say, okay, I'm just going to stay away from those investment categories if they're talking about it. And if every person is offering Facebook ads to e-com businesses, guess what you should do?